you. So go for it, Lewis.
Thank you, Alan. So hi, everyone. So today I'm going to introduce Ottspott Connect, which is basically a CTI, a beautiful CTI Chrome extension that manages omni-channel. So a little background for those of you who don't know me or Ottspott. So we have a long story together with TADS. We've been since 7 years. It's our seventh TADS. We started in 2013 in Bangkok. At the time, it was with the Happy Days API, which since then has been acquired by weve Innovations, now Sangoma, where we provided developer API with a special focus on WebRTC for developers. Then from end of 2016, we started in 2015, we launched the Ottspott Cloud Telephony for Slack and G Suite teams. So basically, at the beginning, it all started from a contest, the Web Summit, where we didn't want to introduce the Happy Days API because it was too abstract. So we did an integration with the Happy Days API and the Slack API. And we had to create some weird interfaces. But basically, it allows to rely on a Slack or G Suite user directory and put on top a cloud telephony solution with a Chrome app as a dial pad. But along the way, we noticed that most of the companies had already like a phone provider, and although they found like the integration part, like integrating their telephony with Salesforce or Hubspot or Pipedrive, Zendesk was super interesting. We were missing part of the market, especially on the higher end, meaning that if a user has like, if an enterprise has like 400, 500 users, they wouldn't port all their numbers just to have a Slack, let's say, telephony. So that's why we decided to keep like the good part of the things, like meaning the integrations, but allow the enterprises to connect their own telephony. So it's like a kind of bring your own telephony and connect whatever you want. And to put on that as the user interface, a Chrome extension. So that's what we've learned at Happy Days. Basically, it's that small customers have always great plans. So they were very happy to have Slack and all these integrations, but most of the time they couldn't scale. And large customers have more money, but it sometimes was too complicated for them to move faster. And also the large customers have these legacy systems. So as Alan mentions, it's all about the services and not about the tech. So good luck with all these solutions. This is the landscape that Alan presented. So also for ourselves, we have to make choices in all these platforms. But from a customer standpoint, you can do everything. You have beautiful solutions in there, but then you have to have something that is more agnostic. So we asked ourselves how we could build it. And we started from like, businesses use voice platforms or telecom APIs. So here you can see a bunch of solutions. Some of them are TAD sponsors like Wazo. Here on the left-hand side, you have Kio, which is a cloud telephony solutions, a little bit like in France, a little bit like Ring Central in the US. And then some well-known brands like Twilio, Telestax, Vonage. So they all businesses use and tend to use more and more this kind of platforms. The businesses also have desk phones, soft phones, or even WebRTC phones. I'll show a little bit later on how we integrated that. But it's also our wish to be realistic. Like with the traditional Ottspott solution, you would have to use our Chrome app. And sometimes also we got the question, can I use, we have desk phones, or we like to keep our desk phones, SIP phones, can we plug them? The answer was yes, you can, but you will lose like 90% of the desk phone features. And also this was one reason why enterprises sometimes said, no, okay, we love your solution, but we want our desk phones and we need like some to keep the features. Because with Hubspot, basically you could like make and receive calls, and that was about all with the desk phone. So soft phones everyone knows, and WebRTC phones are emerging solutions. So companies also have business apps, and this is the case for companies which are using cloud telephony solutions, but also for companies who have more traditional UCaaS or, like Ellen says, phone systems. But in most of the times, they're either using like very bad like CTI integrations or no integrations at all, meaning that the guy is speaking on the phone with his mobile or a desk phone and is updating with the other hand the Salesforce CRM. So just to show you a little bit the simplicity of Ottspott Connect. So Ottspott Connect this is the user interface, like the home user interface. It always starts with search. So you can search across multiple integrations if you have multiple integrations. So I'm looking for, let's say, Alan Quayle. So I'll find all the Alan Quayles. Then you have here the username and the DID extension of the agent. You also can have like live activities. Like if you're on the phone, you'll have your live activity and you see for how long you are talking. And we have also other things like task reminders across apps and channels. Like if you scheduled calls on your CRM, you'll get them here. You don't need like to search them directly in your CRM. And you also have like the daily stats dynamically, so you know what you are doing every day. And of course, is the big promise is we code for you. So Ottspott Connect is zero code. Not that the customers don't know how to code, but because they don't want to go into like long testing or setup. So it's immediate setup. So I can show you very quickly how you onboard. That's the real-time onboarding. Maybe we can move a little bit faster here instead of entering the passwords. So here, first thing, the logic is that you enter by your business app. So in this case, Salesforce. So you enter your Salesforce, login. Okay, and then you're going to enable your Salesforce users. So you can pick your Salesforce users that you want to enable, who you want to enable on the CTI system. Then you're going to pick your phone system in this list, but we can add other ones. In this case, it's Kio. So we grant the access to Kio. Then we'll see the phone, the DID list on the phone system. And then what we'll do is just allocate one DID to one Salesforce user so that we can match them when their activities start. So as you can see here, everything is done. So the phone system is Kio, the source of data is Salesforce, the name of the user, and is DID. And then you just have to download the Ottspott Connect extension, and basically you're done. So that's real time what it takes to make an integration between your phone system and your business apps. So we can also empower team managers. So meaning that you can create a team, for instance, for helpdesk, you can create a team for sales, or you can create multiple teams if they're relying on multiple tools, because this can happen across an enterprise. So everything is possible. You're not like tied to one company, one system, one business app. So basically here, I just show you an overview of the back office. Here you have all the channels. You have all the voice systems, as I showed you, but you also have SMS, and very soon it's underway, the messaging, meaning that you can tie like a number, like if you have a mobile number for SMS, you can tie it to a WhatsApp business account, and working also on Messenger and Apple business chat. So the other possibility you see is that you can, let's say, augment your phone system by giving more channels. So in this case, for instance, SMS. So here we enable the SMS, and in the Ottspott Connect interface, you have a chat box where you can chat with your customer. This can also be useful, like if you call someone, prospect on a mobile, and the guy doesn't answer, you can follow up directly. You can hang up. Everything will be logged into the CRM, but then you can send like a follow-up SMS. The idea here is really to give increased productivity to the agent. We can also, if we go into a little bit more complexity, we can add rules. So we have a rule manager, like what happens when we miss a call. We can create a task or not create, or create a follow-up or whatever. So we can automate some tasks. So, and basically, yeah, just to recap, back office UI is very simple. You can add integration, manage users, manage teams, and you also have some analytic dashboards. And yeah, so I'd like also to show you, because we're looking also for like cloud telephony providers or resellers or integrators. We did something very nice with Wazo. So here, so in our Chrome extension, specifically for the Wazo integration, Wazo offers a WebRTC phone. So we integrated where you have the little phone. When you click on it, you'll get natively the Wazo WebRTC phone. Otherwise, you can use for outbound calls. You can also use the click-to-call, but it's always nice to be in the same environment. And as you can see here, you can see everything. You have all the blocks. Here you can move the channels through channels and integrations. Like for instance, here you have phone plus email. So here we have a G Suite integration. So you can send mails that are tied to your account. It will log into Salesforce and in your mail system. Here we have a Stripe integration. So the interface really moves with your use case. It's a dynamic interface. So everything, yeah, is data oriented. We can personalize exactly what we're going to do, and always the philosophy is have direct access to your data, like move around from one integration to another. In terms of finance, it's like, I mean, no lock-in, that's the philosophy. There are no setup costs, there are no long-term commitment, and no cancellation fees, because we know that once you're hooked to the product, you will never cancel and never leave Ottspott. And what we're looking for right now, we've been working on closed beta for some months with lots of interesting feedback, especially with Wazo and some resellers. And also with Kio users directly. So we're looking, yeah, to enhance and to add integrations. So we're interested by any voice system integrations, and also to work closely with resellers and service providers. So we have a long list of integrations in our roadmap. So we keep adding them in coming soon. These are requests we get, but let's say that at a pace of one integration per month, that's what we've been able to do right now. And yeah, so I'm very happy to answer to any question, to any inquiry, partnership, whatever, and happy to collaborate with you and your customers to give finally an easy and effective CTI solution. Thank you.